Looking at all this, I think the Force was with you.
Thankfully, so was my credit card.
So you were there on the midnight opening, right?
Yep.
Force Friday. I didn't make it. Yeah, you were very hardcore, and I'm very jealous. I should have been there, but I wasn't. But you were there. What was it like?
It was awesome. I went to the warehouse in Albany, and also after that I went to the Toy World in Albany, which is also doing the same thing. There was a number of people there. They're all hardcore fans. People were really excited about what was coming out. They had their favourite characters that they wanted to be able to see and get, and were very passionate about what they wanted. It was a really fun collector event.
So we got a few different toys here.
Yes.
You've got some 3.75 inch smaller scale ones by Hasbro.
Yep.
You've got a vehicle here as well in the back, and also a couple of the 6-inch Black Series, which are a bit more detailed at a slightly higher price.
Let's break it down.
So first up, the 3.75 inch toys.
Yeah.
Really cool artwork on the front.
Yeah.
And on the back, but on the front especially. And that's kind of a big reason why you buy these ones. You're not usually into the 3.75 inch
Oh no, I'm totally into the 3.75 inch figures.
I thought you were more a 6-inch kind of guy. That's a hang on there.
A little bit more than our audience needs to know.
Toys, we're talking toys. But anyway, I thought you were more into the slightly bigger toys.
When it comes to superhero ones and movie ones, definitely the bigger scale is where it's at.
Yeah.
Whereas for the Star Wars ones, this is the scale that we're used to and really defined Star Wars right from when the series first began back in 1977.
We have Captain Phasma.
Yes. Very, very popular character. Certainly on the night, her figure went very, very quickly. Her and Kylo Ren in the 3 3/4 inch scale, gone.
We also have Constable Zuvio, First Order Flamethrower. So he's very kind of a snowtrooper, stormtrooper looking guy.
The opposite of a snowtrooper, really.
He melts the snow.
Exactly.
And at the very end there, Finn in his Jakku outfit.
So here they are, out of their cards, free toys at last. Taking a look at them out of the package, the paintwork is really good. It's the sort of style that we expect from Hasbro for that sort of scale. If you take a look at the Constable's helmet here, you can see there's actually some fairly complicated little shadings and that sort of thing in there, which is a lot more detail than you'd think they'd give to just a basic figure. So in terms of the gimmick that they've done with these figures, we've got the Builder Technology widget thingy Madoo, which seems to be a sort of droid.
Yeah.
So you've got a couple of little axe things from the Constable. It looks a lot more convincing as a droid than it does in its individual pieces. But given that we are getting a little something extra at least, then that's not too bad.
The faces are really cool. They're really well animated, I think. I mean, they're tiny, aren't they? They're really, really tiny faces, but they have so much life to them. Colour, the eyes look really good.
There is plenty of sculpted detail in here. You take a look at Captain Phasma's helmet and you can see there's little grooves and ridges on there. And even on the cape there's some, what might be patches, I don't know.
Okay.
But there's a lot of detail in that sculpt. You certainly can't fault them for the effort that they've put into adding that extra detail. The biggest drawback is the fact that they have limited the articulation so much. It's 2015. We know Hasbro can do so much better than this.
I think most little kids out there won't really care, will they?
No.
These aren't really collector's toys. They are just toys that you play with. These are mass-produced, so they've got to be quite basic, I think.
Okay, so now we've got one of the Armour Up series, and also our first vehicle here.
Now, this is really exciting.
It is.
Again, really cool artwork on the front of the box. I mean, that's super appealing. That drawn image of Rey on her speeder is really, really cool. Action-packed, colourful.
Yeah.
Let's open them.
Cool. Okay, so here we are, unboxed, ready to go. So let's take a look at Poe first here.
Yep.
Really, I've got kind of mixed feelings about this one. It's just a basic figure with a sort of armor piece on top of it. I don't know that it's worth the extra to be able to have this deluxe sort of version of the character.
But the vehicle here, Rey's speeder, this looks really cool.
It does. On that side there, it's nicely detailed. On this side here, however, we've got a much more detailed little thing because you've got this sort of cargo net with bits of junk. It looks like that she's salvaged.
Yeah.
And of course, like most good Star Wars toys, there is a bit of a play feature to it.
Ooh.
We do have this big button here at the side, which if you press, it pops up this nice little blaster cannon. Also, if you then press it again, fires. And it's a fairly decent sort of range. It hit the tripod of the camera, so that's good. These fins at the back do actually move as well.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's intentional.
Yeah,
oh,
I'd
yeah,
say
looks
so.
like it. Yeah.
There's some kind of weathering and fading on the sides, so it's really neat. I mean, that's part of the Star Wars world, the weathered universe.
Yeah.
And I think they've adhered to that very, very well.
Definitely. And of course, with the Speeder, we do come with this lovely little figure of Rey. Now, clearly, she's all masked up for dealing with sandstorms and that sort of thing. It's a different version of the character than what we're seeing in the single release figures. And last but certainly not least are the much more collector orientated 6-inch Black Series figures.
These ones cost a little bit more than the smaller figures, of course, but you're getting a bigger toy and you're getting more articulation, more detail. Maybe we should open these up and have a look.
I definitely think we should. So we've looked at the First Order Stormtrooper in a separate video, the San Diego Comic-Con version. This is the exact same figure, just repackaged, available regularly. As we said in that video, the lack of articulation in the bicep does actually quite significantly hinder what you can actually do with it, and that's a bit annoying. But still, they are really nicely sculpted. You see a lot of details on Kylo Ren's outfit that we've just not seen before. His boots and the sculpting of his clothing underneath. It's really fascinating to get that sort of information. You really get the feel of, there's some definite Darth Vader influences in there.
Well, he's dressed all in black and he has a red lightsaber.
Yeah.
The lightsaber, of course, has been controversial, but get over it. It's awesome. I think it's pretty cool. Rey's got a long kind of lance thing. Is it a rifle? No, it's sort of just a lance. She had that in the smaller version as well.
She did, and it is something we have seen in the trailer. It clips alongside the speeder, which we saw as a feature of the vehicle. Yeah. But really, for her, the main accessory that she comes with is, of course, BB-8.
Yeah, now that's a big draw card for this particular figure.
And it's a really fun version too. They have put some extra weight in there so he can actually stay standing up. And there is actually some articulation in his head to be able to move that around a bit as well. Yeah. So it's not quite the same sort of fixed head while the ball rolls underneath that you see in the films, but you can get a little bit of that sort of action going on there with the toy. This is definitely the series that they're focusing towards collectors. If you like the big detail and the articulation, at this stage, this is the line to focus on rather than the smaller ones.
So we're out of here for now. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, tell us your favourite toy, which one you like, let us know, and we'll see you next time.